And now, our feature presentation.
Are they twins or is one just a reflection?
Forget it, Vic.
What is this?
If I can't find a real man, I would rather die a virgin.
Last chance. I'm gonna count to 3.
It's a tummy fry.
Kill a camera.
Welcome, friends, to another episode of Good Improv Watches, the stupidest show on the internet, where we watch something stupid, you watch us watching that stupid thing, and God watches you watching us watching that thing.
That's right, and judges you harshly.
Harshly. More harshly than other stuff. Like, he'd let you get away with a murder or two, rather than watching this show.
But this is the worst. There's no excuse for this.
And this is certified stupidity, too. Not your common flim-flam or your generic riff-raff. This is certified as stupid.
Yes. So today we're going to be watching, as usual, what we're assuming is a horrible movie. But today, I believe I'm correct in this. It's a horrible movie directed by Oliver Stone.
Correct. You are correct indeed, sir.
It is Oliver Stone's first film.
Made here in the Great White North, as usual.
That's right.
That's incredible.
Made here in Canada, yeah.
So, the first viewer, the first viewer who can enter the chat and tell us how long we're going to be able to stream this before they shut us down, you're going to win a prize here. You're going to win a subscription to the channel. Okay.
And then we'll make a documentary, an Oliver Stone type of picture about the conspiracy behind them shutting us down.
Yeah.
Because they don't want the truth out there.
Actually, I'd like to address our subscribers for a moment, if I may, because I look at this stuff. I obsess over this stuff. I check the numbers. So I saw it went from 112. It dipped down from 113 to 112. Then it bounced back to 113. And I know for a fact that we had those subscriptions open for just a brief window. And somebody jumped out. Someone else took their spot. So if you want to secure your spot, get it in while the subscriptions are unlocked.
That's right.
Then that vault door closes.
Guys,
right.
I'm feeling pretty generous here. I'm feeling pretty generous.
Yeah?
I think we should leave the subscriptions open for the whole stream this time. What do
you
think?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it. All right. Where subscriptions are open for the entire stream.
However, I think we cap that number of subscriptions at what? 25? Does that seem fair?
Yeah.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, 2,500. Yeah. So 2,500, 2,500 subscriptions. So once we hit that,
stop.
No more. Yeah, we stop it. We're cutting it off.
That sounds very reasonable. Now, I have a little treat for the viewers of this show, because this has pretty much become like our flagship show.
Yeah.
Improv Watches is just like, it's the Madison Square Garden of our products.
This is the one we send out to intimidate the opposing Navy into thinking we really have something back here.
Exactly. It's our destroyer. So I want to share a quick word from our sponsor, if I may.
Please.
All right.
Now, I'm going to have to take my cans down a little bit to do this.
Okay.
So I won't be able to hear you, but... Okay, this came in the mail today. Get a good look at that.
Hey.
We're sponsored by Spaghetti Hat now?
Great.
Yeah, we got Spaghetti Hat now.
Oh,
great.
Okay. That's that hat that was sued by all those schools, right?
Yes, sued by a lot of schools.
Injury.
A lot of those lawsuits ongoing.
Yeah.
A lot of people injured.
Not settled yet, so they still could come out on top. So this still might be a good product.
Now,
this is the nice thing about Spaghetti Hat. They refuse to settle lawsuits. Yes, Dan.
Jordan, correct me if I'm wrong here, but that is a prototype version of Spaghetti Hat, isn't it? I see a large, potentially jagged bolt sticking out of one side, and there's none on the other side. Yes, right there, as you can see. That's the bolt I'm referring to right there.
Yeah.
That one right there. And there's no bolt on the other side, so apparently they fixed the design between the left and right half of the Spaghetti Hat.
Yeah. They're going to add a bolt to the other side, just so it's just both sides are balanced and equally as jagged.
This is an incredible hat. I tell you, this bolt is actually decorative. I could remove it right now, and none of the hat's integrity would be lost.
Oh. Well, that's good.
It's purely decorative.
Now, does it hold anything other than spaghetti? Or is it only spaghetti that it holds? Can I put like soup in there?
only made for spaghetti. Now, this is at the base of a lot of these frivolous lawsuits.
Yeah,
people have been putting things other than spaghetti, like hot soup.
Yeah,
or just boiling water inside of these bowls. No. It's made for spaghetti specifically.
Now, Jordan, I'm also a little curious. Does that cover the entire family of spaghetti-like noodles? So, say a linguine, a spaghettini, maybe a farfalle even.
Right, the umbrella noodles. Yeah, they're all included in there.
Everything
I would
in the
spaghetti family.
As long as it's with a red sauce of some sort, I think you're probably covered.
This is a real dangler too. There's 2 dangling bolts on this side.
I really enjoy
I don't know if this one's
shaking.
structural, so I'm going to leave that one in place.
Really enjoy the shaking around sound it makes, like it could fall apart at any moment.
It could.
And of course, you got a picture.
If people want to get a hold of one of these, then subscribe to this channel because you'll have a chance to be getting your hands on one of these puppies, one of these slick doggies.
The famous, the often imitated, never duplicated spaghetti hat.
That's
Take
right.
your spaghetti on the go. Why eat spaghetti at home like a sucker?
Of our next 2,500 subscribers, one will be entered into a draw for a chance to compete for the opportunity to pre-order an entry into the lottery that will get you your own chance to purchase a spaghetti hat on the second wave of orders.
And of course, that is just a promissory note that will come in the mail in time for Christmas for you to put under the tree, saying you will have a chance to get a spaghetti hat.
And let me tell you something else about these incredible products. This hat alone is valued at over $250,000.
Wow! Just because of all the engineering and R&D that had to go into making a product like that.
Well, you don't want to screw around with spaghetti. You want to get that right? Like you want to design something for spaghetti on the go. This is the place to get it right here. Sponsored. Yes. We're proud to have them as our sponsor. Lawsuits be darned. We're proud to have them as our sponsor.
So with that being said, we can commence with the comedy.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's get to where we watch movies and check this bad boy out, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, made it just in time to watch the picture.
Seizure.
That's a surprisingly stable image for a movie called Seizure, hey?
Starring Jonathan Frid.
Jonathan Frid.
Martin Bestwick.
I wonder if this is going to be like a physical seizure or like somebody's taken something.
Right.
Isn't that Seizure? Isn't that spelled differently if someone takes something?
Christina Pickles.
Christina Pickles. Good old Christina Pickles. Some of these are very foreign names. I wonder where all characters portrayed, they're fictitious, so these aren't. So this isn't like his other movies that are true.
The spider.
The spider.
Like, do you think a literal spider or
Look,
like a nickname?
He does stills too. This Hervé Villechaize. He also does the stills in addition to being the spider.
He was just some guy on a set. They needed a spider for a shot, so they just brought him in.
Okay, now move your hands like this, and that'll kind of be our spider for this shot.
Oh, yeah, Larry Miller. Larry Miller's in this. Assistant sound. Larry Miller, before he started doing comedy.
Like every other single movie made in Canada, it begins in the woods by a lake.
Yep.
Right. You think what's going to be better, Edmund's sketches or Batik's paintings?
Good question.
Wardrobe and jewelry design.
Wow. A double threat.
Edited by.
Wow, Oliver Stone getting his editing chops in there.
Right, there you go.
See how this stacks up against Natural Born Killers.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be just as good.
Original screenplay by Oliver Stone as well.
So far, this movie has a lot of similarities with Abney.
Just a lot of still shots of water. I haven't heard any narration yet, though.
Not yet.
Interior, bedroom, day.
Daddy, we
Ready. Oh, jeez. Sorry, JFK assassination. It couldn't have been one gunman. Oh, sorry, son. Sorry.
Come wake you up. The guests are coming today.
I'm glad they really showed us that, because we really need to know how that plug works.
Yeah, but like, how did the water fill the bowl, though, Justin? That's what we really need to figure out here.
I had the dream again.
Is that a wig that lady's wearing?
I think so.
Same one.
Like, what are these actresses? They come in and they're like, yeah, you're great. We want you for the part, but we really can't have that hair. Like, what's wrong with her hair? I'm sure her hair is fine. No, it really needs to look like a wig for this movie.
The exact same, but a different color. They're like, nope.
Identical style and everything, too. Uh-oh. Yeah. Gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
Did we get got?
We've been stopped already?
A bot swarm has attached itself to our vessel.
Already.
Very fast this time around.
Oliver Stone's Seizure. That was
really didn't want it.
Yeah. It's all a conspiracy. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know the truth about seizures. That they're all fake. It's all a conspiracy.
Yeah, either that or some lady who lives in BC and hates the sound of the beach owns the rights to this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
This is her bread and butter, Jordan. Jordan, it's her bread and butter. We're taking food out of her mouth.
All right. Well, I guess we'll do some improvised comedy inspired by what we've seen here.
Yes. Yeah. We've got a lot to go on so far.
What we can gather from this movie. Well, like, it ends with this man not using his doors. So I mean, that's a flawed design of that car, I think. Just pointing that out.
Having to get out of the ceiling of the car.
Yeah.
The sunroof. Yeah. Yeah.
Out of the roof.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
All right, officers Justin and Jordan, come into my office here.
What is it, Chief? What do you need?
I wanted to talk about your police cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's common in a police cruiser for you to not be able to open the rear doors from inside. Mm-hmm. So you've got that. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I noticed on your cruiser, you can also not open the front doors from the inside. And are forced to go in and out through a sunroof that is in the top of the vehicle.
So we installed that, too. It did not come with the sunroof. We had to get rid of the siren.
Yeah, there would have been sirens there, exactly.
Yeah, we had to get rid of that to make room for the sunroof to get out. Yeah, we lost the handles that went on the inside. Those are gone.
Yep, and it's for good reason, too. Because what if we put the criminal in the front seat and then suddenly they could get out?
Right?
Right.
So, yeah, we got to stop them from getting out.
Can they just leap out the sunroof in the current configuration?
Well, they could, except for the fact that when we leave, we close the sunroof door, which is held on with a latch. So, we're thinking. We're not just idiots here, Chief.
Okay.
We got this covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was
we
going
had to get rid of the siren.
I was going to read you boys the riot act. I'll tell you. I was going to say you guys are off the force. Standard boilerplate stuff, when we get an incident. But you know what? I'm actually promoting you to the head of vehicle design.
See, I told you. Told you, Jordan. Told you this would all work.
You did. You told me this plan to go in and out of our sunroof will work so we get promoted to the head of vehicle design.
We get to that conversation.
Why would we want to be the head of vehicle design? I'm happy being a
cop. On. It's the cushy gig, man. I mean, we're out here. Here we are out here, arresting criminals, making a difference. But if we were head of vehicle design for the police, we'd be on Easy Street, We'd just be designing vehicles. And I got some cool idea for cop vehicles, all right? What about like a vehicle that's all armor and then like a battering ram on the side that's like spring-loaded? Huh? What about that?
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Or a vehicle that is like a normal car, but then the back, like the doors open up, and then this thruster comes out the side, and then it turns into a flying car. because the doors open like wing style, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah. See? Yeah. See, I'm thinking of all these things. A motorbike that turns into a helicopter, right?
Right.
A semi truck that turns into like an armored vehicle, like the exhaust becomes guns, and like the front it like snaps out like a battering ram.
We cut back to the police chief's office. Boys, ever since I promoted you to head of vehicle design, it seems like these criminals are one step ahead of us. Almost like they had advanced access to some of the designs that we were going to be using here. Almost like you boys were vying for a spot as head vehicle designers here on the force. And when you couldn't get it right away, you were frustrated. So you just went to work with whoever would take your designs.
I mean, it could seem like that. I could see how you'd see it like that. But I mean, really, though, what's happened is there's an anti-vehicle design force, and they're designing their own criminal vehicles. So we gotta work even harder on our designs to stay one step ahead of them.
Okay.
Right, because we've got parallel thinking with them.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Totally
a parallel thinking thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry I doubted you, boys.
No problem. I'm
going to promote you. I'm going to promote you again. I'm going to promote you to chief criminal anti-intelligence agents, so that you can really nip this problem in the bud.
All right.
Get you in there and get their designs away before they can even get them started.
All right. Okay. Yeah. We won't let you down, Chief. We won't let you down. We cut to them in their office. Okay. So, you know, and I know that the reason the criminals have those designs is because we also sold them the criminals, right?
Right. Because we got frustrated because things weren't moving fast enough.
Yeah, things were moving fast enough. Exactly. So now he's expecting us to foil all these criminal designs, but the criminals don't have any new designs. So now we got to design twice as many vehicles because we got to design a bunch for the criminals too, so that now we can be one step ahead of them when we design ours to fight the criminals.
Right, but we got a vast, untapped array of designs we can use. You've been putting battering rams and thrusters. Look at some of these designs. Look, we make the cup holder slightly bigger. And in this one,
that's good.
We make the cup holder slightly smaller. And in this one, there's no cup holders at all.
Look, I'll level with you, man. I'll level with you, all right? All my designs came from a toy line, okay? Remember that toy line mask where, you know, you had the little figures and the masks and the vehicles would turn into other things?
Yeah.
All my designs were based on mask toys, but I only have so many, and I'm out. I don't have any more. That's why I'm working on cup holders now. I designed all of them. I put all of the designs for all the mask toys that I had.
Understand exactly what you're saying. We cut to the guy that owns Mask Toys. Hey, you son of a bitch, you go back into production.
What?
And you start making toys again so my friend can get inspired by ripping off your designs.
I haven't worked on that toy line in probably 30 years or more.
That's right. But you're gonna. Those toys are gonna be up and running. You're gonna be making toys like never before.
All right. Just don't hurt my family, okay? Just let them go.
Okay. All right.
We cut to the pitch meeting now where he's pitching it for the criminals. All right. I've come out of retirement to pitch some new designs for you here.
Yeah. This better be good. Let's see what you got.
I got this one here with a battering ram. Comes out the side.
Already have that.
We've
had
one. Battering rams.
We got that one. Yeah.
I got a thing with thrusters. There's some thrusters
okay. Thrusters are good. Yeah.
They thrust.
We've had thrusters though.
Yeah, we've had them. We've had
that.
I have some questions also about some of our other designs, our previous designs. I mean, we've been using that plane that turns into a helicopter, and then from a helicopter back into a plane.
Yes.
What's the point of that? Why can't we just leave it as a plane or a helicopter? It just seems really superfluous.
Because they both fly. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Right.
Yeah. They both fly. Exactly. I mean, the plane's slightly faster than the thruster-powered helicopter, and the helicopter hovers, I guess. But I mean,
well, listen. If you love the airplane helicopter, then you are going to love the speedboat jet ski that I have designed. It turns from a speedboat into a jet ski, huh?
Oh, okay. So.
And I got his other one.
Chief of police. We cut to the chief of police. Chief, we noticed something odd. Me and the boys here. I got Detective DeVoe here with me as well.
Oh yeah, hey, I see that.
We just, we were leaving your office the other day, and you took your hat off there, and you kind of scratched your head, and I swear you're wearing a wig that is the exact same style as your actual hair. It's just a different color.
Yeah, we didn't want to say anything, Chief, but it's getting really distracting.
You guys don't like it. You don't like it.
It's not we don't like it, Chief. It's just that it's a little odd, because your hair is exactly the same underneath.
Yeah, why don't you just dye your hair?
Just dye your hair.
What do you mean?
Just
get some hair dye and dye your hair blonde, like your wig.
I don't want to kill my hair. What are you talking about, dye? Make my hair dye?
It's a product, Chief. You put it in your hair, and your hair turns into a different color.
Is it some sort of magician that comes by and does this, or?
No, you just do it in your salon. They got to bleach it first, then they dye it.
Oh,
it's a chemical liquid.
You guys are thinking of like Photoshop, where you can take a picture of yourself and then change your hair color, right? That's where I got the idea for the wig.
No, like in real life, like your actual hair. Remember, Chief, remember how I had a bunch of gray hair in my hair?
Yeah,
I don't have
that's a great wig.
In my hair?
That's a great wig.
It's not a wig. This is my hair. They dyed the grays brown. That's what they did.
Well, let me tug it.
Yeah, go ahead. Jesus.
Wow, that's some strong glue you got gluing that wig on top there. That's pretty good.
This is actually my hair, Chief.
This is real hair, Chief.
Oh, what? Ward, you want me to believe that you could change your hair color too? Come on, man. You're born with what you got.
You're not born with what you got. I was born a ginger. And all this luscious hair you see, this is all, it's dyed black.
Yeah, it's very easy to dye your hair. It's like a couple-hour process in a salon and you're done.
So are you like standing in front of a transparent picture that like makes it appear as though you have these different colors, or?
Oh, that would be a vast amount more work.
Yeah, that would be extremely annoying and not very effective because you couldn't go anywhere. You go places and it's just there. And then you can keep the color up just by buying the stuff at a drugstore. Just you put it in you do it every once in a while,
so it's like drugs. You got to take it all the time, or else your hair starts.
You got to do it, consistently, or you get
got to
roots.
reapply. Yeah. We
cut to that skunk line.
We cut to an alley. We cut to an alley somewhere. All right. So what you need, man? You need some red number 5. What are you looking for here, huh?
Yeah. I need red number 5. Yeah. That's the stuff.
You know what? Hey, you know what? I know I'm just a pusher. I know I'm just some thug on the street here, but I want to just with your complexion, I'd go with something a bit darker.
Really?
I'm just worried that this is you're pale already. This is going to be red hair. I don't think the mix is going to work well with you. I would go something darker. Bring out your eyes.
You don't think that would be too suspicious, too dramatic of a change?
But you know what? Yeah, but I mean, what is life if we can't be dramatic sometimes? Take a risk, man.
We cut to Jordan in a police lineup. I'm looking at his eyes right now, and no, this gentleman's eyes are far more striking than the man who mugged me.
I don't blame you.
With that hair color, especially, they just pop. They kind of just really comes out of him.
Yeah, he looks like a Celtic warrior or something. It's quite something.
Quite impressive.
So you don't think that number 5 is the one that did it? You're ruling him out.
If I were looking from the neck down, 100%, this is the guy. No question. He's wearing the same clothes.
Everything. Clothes match. Everything matches.
He dropped a picture of him doing the crime when he was walking into the lineup that I saw. So, I mean, if it was that, I was going off that. Yeah, 100%. But when you look at the eyes.
I'm not supposed to tell you this, but his fingerprints were there.
Really?
We have video surveillance of him doing it. But, I mean, you're saying, looking at his eyes,
no, not this guy. Some guy with dull, kind of crappy hair and kind of deadish eyes was really the one who was mugging me.
Yeah.
But this guy looks like a dynamo.
All right, fair enough. Hold on here. Hey, Conan the Barbarian there, number 5. Yeah, you're free to go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, thanks for leaving the door open, by the way. I could hear everything. Usually the door's closed and you can't hear what's on the other side of the glass, but
Yeah. We also didn't put the glass in. That's why you can see me now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew something was different.
Hi.
Yeah, you're free to go.
I'm the victim.
This lady says you didn't do it.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Have fun. Have a good day, you.
Thanks.
We cut to Jordan in a different police lineup now. Okay, this guy wasn't the one who did it either. This isn't the one.
Oh.
This isn't the one.
You know what? I confess.
What?
I confess. It was me.
No. The guy who broke into my home and set my children and wife on fire, he was a guy with kind of like gross, matted, tangled up hair, a really crappy, patchy beard, eyes that I would describe only as like a cow's eyes, kind of there but not really there.
I'm gonna step in here. I'm gonna step in here, sir. Before these gentlemen all came into the lineup, we actually had their hair and makeup done. But maybe we shouldn't have.
Really?
Maybe that was a mistake. I'm seeing now in hindsight that was a mistake. But I knew they were going to have their picture taken. I knew we were going to be seeing them. And yeah, his hair looked kind of ratty, so I wanted him to look his best, Well,
the man who broke into my home, dousing my kids and wife, also my pets in gasoline, and then lighting them on fire. He smelled really horrible as well. He smelled like BO mixed with beef jerky, mixed with car exhaust. But this man, he's got a nice floral kind of fragrance to him. I'm detecting a lot of nice notes there, very subtle.
Do you like that?
It's very nice.
The new body lotion we've been using here at the Prescience. I picked it out myself.
Very nice.
Pretty pleased with it.
I don't know why I let you cops give me a makeover before putting me in this lineup. I'm not getting credit for any of the crimes I'm doing.
He's even still holding the gasoline can. Are you really sure that's not him?
It just makes him look more rugged and manly.
All right, number 4, you're free to go.
Darn it.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, next time I was trying to help.
We cut to a bank robbery that's about to happen. All right, guys. Now make sure you get your mascara right. Make sure you get all the hairspray in your hair there, the lipstick. Okay, we want you to look like knockouts when you go in there.
What does this have to do with robbing the bank? I mean, can't we just wear like ski masks or something, or stockings so they don't see our faces?
Every crew that wears ski masks or try to conceal their identity is getting busted left and right. Okay?
And I'm already wearing stockings.
That's right. The only way to make people forget who committed the crime is to look as fabulous as possible.
All right. Okay.
We're used to having dead eyes, sort of pocked skin.
Right.
Kind of a ghoulish feodor about ourselves. Bad smell.
Ghoulish feodor for right is what surrounds us.
Okay. All right. So I got the cologne like you said.
Good.
I took a bath before I came here. Excellent. I got my hair done. You know how much this cost at the salon to do? By the way,
are expensive.
Like $80 for this.
Yep.
This is probably more money than we're gonna pull out of there.
You got to spend money to make money, okay?
That makes no sense.
We don't want it to look suspicious, okay? If we start getting more on the take than we spend, then people will start asking questions.
That's right.
We need to run this bank robbery operation at a deficit.
That's right.
All right.
The expenses should be much higher than the take.
Can we do it without playing that RuPaul song though? That cover girl song.
That's part of it. The way that I walk in the room is it's essential that song plays. Okay. I've got my pumps on. I've got my.
You walk back and forth like 4 times before you get to the teller.
You think I'm going to spend $3,000 on a Givenchy dress and not show it off from all 4 angles, Justin? Is that what you want to tell me?
You spent $3,000 on that?
You've got to spend money to make money.
We're pulling out maybe $500 out of here.
Did you say Givenchy?
Yes, I certainly did. I'm just getting new into this game, so I used to be a pockmarked criminal out there, okay?
All right, fine. All right, let's go then. Let's just hold on. I gotta adjust my bra.
We cut to a film set. I, as the producer of this film, am not pleased with what I've seen with dailies. It's 100 hours of a man moving a sink plug to a sink as he's filling up the sink. We got more takes of this than we need. It's an absurd waste of money, waste of time. Oliver Stone, I demand an explanation for this.
I'm right here. Yeah. No, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but that scene, that is the heart of this film, because we all are told, we've been told our entire lives that sinks are to keep the water in. But I say sinks are to prevent the porcelain from getting out, right? Like, I think it's big porcelain trying to pull a fast one on us. I don't think we need it. I think of the world's better without it. And I think that's why JFK was assassinated, because he knew, and he was going to look into it, and they killed him for it. So I really think this needs to be in the movie. I
don't think your career is really going anywhere. I don't think you're going to accomplish much.
Well, come on.
I don't think people will talk about the name Oliver Stone when they talk about great films.
No, this is going to be a good film.
We cut forward to the premiere of JFK. Mr. Stone. Oh, my God. I can't believe I ran into you here. Oh, my God. This is amazing. Yeah. I want to ask you a question about this stunning masterpiece that you have created.
My new movie JFK? Yeah, ask away.
No, I was actually more interested in the sink scene of this small movie called Seizure that you directed. Now, can you explain to me what the purpose was for having that sink fill up with water?
Okay.
That, because it seems kind of out of place to me. Maybe it's just me.
Thank God I'm meeting someone sane. Okay, thank God you've asked. My whole career has been leading up to recreating that scene, and I plan to put it in a movie soon as I can get it past the censors. It's the big porcelain. Big porcelain is tricking us into thinking we need porcelain in our homes, and we actually don't. And that's what it is. That's what that is. That sink filling up is like the conspiracy filling and then brimming over the top. And soon that sink's going to get too full. It's going to brim over the top, and we'll all see how big porcelain has been pulling the wool over. They've been responsible for every major disaster.
Wow.
They've been responsible. They're responsible for wildfires. They're responsible for earthquakes. They're responsible for assassinations. They're responsible for the new Pepsi when they changed the formula, and getting rid of the classic Pepsi. They're behind it all. They're behind everything. And I think if this JFK movie is popular enough, that's going to be my next one.
Well, I just have one follow-up question here. One quick follow-up.
Yeah.
Who are you wearing today?
Oh, I'm wearing a Gusashi.
Gusashi? Wow, that's some good stuff.
Yeah. This cost me like several $1,000s.
Wow.
So the police stopped me thinking I was involved in a bank robbery. To put me in a lineup and everything.
We cut to a meeting between Givenchy and Versace. So, fellas, what I'm thinking is you combine brands. Okay? Gusashi. It's going to blow people's minds.
We've been rivals for years.
Years now, yeah.
I know you have. Either one of you have, maybe you have a daughter and maybe you have a son, and maybe they can get married and make a Gusashi. Huh?
Solidify the bond between the families. Well, no. My ball gowns are the top #1 worn ball gowns in bank robberies across the United States.
Yeah. Rub it in.
Yeah.
Rub it in. I'm number two. I get it. But you know what? We're catching up. We got the
convenience store robberies?
No, we got the Clockwork Gang. We got the Clockwork Gang wearing our stuff now. Huh?
All I'm saying is, why go to war when you could work together? Combine your efforts. Crush Estee Lauder.
I just don't like the idea of my gowns being used in simple convenience store robberies, low-grade muggings where people are taking away $20, $30 at a time.
Yeah.
This is a high-end luxury item.
I don't like the idea of my gowns being used in robberies that just have no passion behind them, right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, just run of the mill. Put the money in a bag. Oh, how original.
It's called the classics, okay? You don't mess with the classics.
Yeah, washed up is what I call it, Make way for the new. It's a new type of crime now. Like my gowns are being worn by big Wall Street criminals,
For God's
taking
sake.
millions of dollars.
White collar crimes. Nobody's getting a gun jammed in their ribs in one of those.
It's the way. It's the move. It's the way of the future. The way of the future, and you know what? I got a deal going with the Yakuza that's almost being signed.
The Yakuza.
Right? Yeah, soon my gowns are soon going to be the gowns of the Japanese mafia.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
Yep. Yeah, it's almost a done deal, my friend.
I have been trying to get the Japanese mafia under my banner for years. What did you do, you son of a bitch? What did you tell them?
They don't want to go with an old. No, like, look, I just told them that this is the wave of the new instead of the wave of the old, right? Look, I don't want to get involved with him doing gowns. I just don't. I don't.
Yeah.
But I have this cool idea for a plane that turns into a helicopter.
We cut to Justin's meeting with the Japanese mafia. I'm just finishing my Edo Japan meal, and you heard me listening to Turning Japanese on my radio. I think I'm Turning Japanese is the name of the song. So obviously, you know, I am a legitimate representative of the Japanese mafia.
It seems legit to me. It seems legit to me.
Right.
Hold on, Justin.
So
I need to search you before you interact with Jordan's son.
Yeah, sure.
Another way that you can tell that he's Japanese because he's the son at the end of his name, like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's.
Okay.
I was going to ask you what that meant, actually, but you know,
it means Mister in Japan.
Oh, I get it. All right, got it.
That's what it means.
I'm going to bow to him, as is the Japanese tradition that we both like to uphold. Jordan's son?
Right. Just a shallow, respectful bow.
Yes.
Because you're the head of the mafia.
That's right.
Okay. I'm beginning to get the subtle nuances of your culture, and I'm beginning to understand.
Yeah, I inherited it in a game of poker. I mean, I don't know if inherited is the right word. I won it.
Yeah, I mean, usually you win games of poker. So
yes.
So anyway, yeah. So we're really excited to get started here. We really want our gowns on your mobsters, your organization. We really think they'll look fabulous, and really put your organization on the map.
Well, I have some different plans. I'm gonna take your gowns. I'm gonna burn them in a burn barrel. And I think it'd be cool if robbers wore those sort of Japanese kind of lady outfits they got there. What are they called?
They're called kimonos, boss.
Kimonos. I think that's what the bank robbers are going to be wearing next fashion season.
So you want us to design gowns that are kimono inspired? Because we can do that.
No. This is like a Gordon Gekko type situation where I buy up your company and then I sort of break it up and sell
You're
off
gonna buy our whole company?
Yeah. You know, the Japanese mafia's got a lot of dinero or yen, whatever they deal in.
It's yen. Japanese yen.
It's yen.
Look! Look! This will ruin me. I'm already bragging to my rivals that the Japanese mafia are going to be wearing our gowns.
Well,
there's a saying in Japan, sir, and it's "Don't count your chickens before they're hatched." That's something us Japanese mafia say an awful lot.
I always wondered where that expression came from. I didn't realize it was Japanese.
You speak Japanese? You must have understood my translator there.
Yeah, I did. I'm beginning to pick it up pretty well. Look, is there anything that I can do to change your mind?
Yeah, there is.
Name it.
Play me in a game of poker. Winner take all.
So if I win, your mafia wears my gowns.
Yeah, I guess so.
And if you win, you get my company? Is that...
Sure.
Would you seem very vague on what it is we're winning? I just like to be really clear on
Are you questioning my boss's honor? In Japan, that is a very severe accusation.
I just really want to be clear of what's going to be won here if I win versus if he wins.
Let's put it all on the table. I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of experience playing poker. I have what's called beginner's luck. That's how I found myself in this position.
So you've already played once as a beginner.
Yeah.
So this is now your second time playing.
I played once as a beginner against the head of the Japanese mafia.
Wow.
The Yakuza.
Yeah, he was a wonderful man. My former boss, Mr. Jacob Williams, a fantastic Japanese man.
Wow. All right. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's play poker. What type of poker are we playing here? We'd like Omaha, Texas Hold'em.
Poker with cards.
7 card stud, 5 card stud.
My God, how many different forms of poker are there?
A lot, like hundreds. Like which one do you want? Yeah.
God damn, the last fella I played knew a lot about poker. I didn't have to really kind of set out the parameters of the game.
Well, I mean, I know a lot about poker. If you want, I'll walk you through it as we're playing.
Sure.
We cut to a meeting of the Japanese mafia. Hi there. Hi. Hey. So I'm your new boss. I'm now head of the Yakuza.
Wow.
It's nice to meet you. I look forward to working with you all. We're moving in a slightly different direction. We're mainly going to be focusing on making gowns. Now, we have our spring collection coming up, some very important shows. So who here has had experience sewing? Who here? I know, yeah. You have experience sewing.
Yeah, I sewed a guy's eyes shut.
Oh, okay, great. I mean, that's horrifying, but great. I mean, the experience will be transferable. So you're going to be in charge here, okay?
I got some experience too here.
Yes.
Hi, yeah? Frank Williams, Japanese mafia.
Oh, hey. You're the former head of the mafia, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just part of it now. I was just going to say, I think Jordan is the right guy for the job here. I really do.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that this seems like a really well-oiled machine, and I think it's going to be a really great team. I had no idea that so many of the Japanese mafia, first of all, were not traditionally Japanese people.
What do you mean? Hold on, buddy. Hold on there, buddy. What do you mean not traditionally Japanese?
I haven't heard any Japanese spoken here the entire time I've been here.
Wow, listen to this guy, huh? Walks in here.
Frank.
Yeah, unbelievable, right? He walks into our Japanese mafia organization, one that is filled
insults us
exclusively with Japanese individuals.
Such as us.
Such as ourselves.
Yeah,
and he just insults us like that. Talk about not knowing anything about the Japanese culture.
I'm just not seeing it. I've since I've taken over the Japanese mafia, I've watched a few Japanese movies. I've read some Japanese history and stuff, and
right.
I'm thinking less and less that you guys are actually Japanese.
So you learned about the storming of the beaches on D-Day, a great moment in Japanese history.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that was not a Japanese thing. I'm actually pretty sure we were fighting Japan in that war, and they were not involved in D-Day at all.
And you learned about the Battle of Vimy Ridge, where all those Japanese heroes sacrificed themselves.
Brave Japanese heroes. They got a monument built to them.
I'm pretty sure that was not the Japanese. I'm pretty sure the Japanese were still fighting American troops in the Pacific during that time, actually.
Okay, did you even you said you watched some Japanese cinema. Did you watch the movie about the Japanese mafia, The Godfather? Did you even watch it?
Yeah, that's an Italian American mafia. Those were not Japanese
people. This
guy,
he just can't help himself.
Wow. It's Italian American by the end, by Godfather Part 3, but 1 and 2, that's all Japanese
Japan.
mafia.
All Japan.
So the Japanese movies I watched Godzilla, I watched Akira,
Never
I
heard
watched
of any
Seven
of that.
Samurai. You've never. I'm sorry. Wait. Did you just say you've never heard of any of that?
No. You start coming here trying to represent yourself as Japanese, knowing about stuff, and he comes up with Godzilla.
You've never heard. You are Japanese, and you've never heard of Godzilla. It's never come up in any conversation you've ever had
Literally
with any other
never.
Japanese person. Okay. All right. You know what? Okay. You know what? I see what I got to do. We're going to the video store, everybody. Okay? We're picking out some Japanese films, and we're going to watch them. So we're all on the same page here of what Japanese culture's all about. Okay?
Okay. And a word to the wise there, boss of the Yakuza. Watch out for the giant radioactive lizard that occasionally emerges from the sea and terrorizes us, the people of Japan.
Yeah. See? And what's that lizard called?
It's called... there's a Japanese word for it. Obviously, you would know what that is.
Gajira.
Huh?
Gajira.
What are you talking about? You have a stroke there, boss?
Okay, all right. Okay, no, we're watching movies, guys. Okay, cut all the plans, everyone. Cut all the crime. We're going to be watching movies. We cut to after an 18-hour marathon of various examples of Japanese cinema. All right, and that was Ran, which was a version of Macbeth. in Japanese with samurai instead of with Scottish people. Does anybody have any questions about anything we've watched thus far?
Yeah, I got a question. I got a big question.
Yeah, yes, you. Jordan, I believe.
Yes. How come none of these directors took the time to show me how to put a stopper into a sink? How come that was missing from all these films?
I think that's a Canadian film thing. I've literally never seen that in any other movie from any other country.
So it really seems like they brushed right past it.
They do. They tend not to. They tend to focus on character and plot and stuff.
Well, see, to me, that takes you right out of the movie, right? Because there was that scene where the guy was in the bathroom washing up, and he was just splashing water on his face. And I know I was thinking the whole time, how did that water get in the sink? How did it fill the sink?
Well,
how long has it been sitting in the sink?
Let's talk about that.
What kept it
scene.
Inside the sink? You know, so there's a lot to think about.
Let's talk about that scene, because before he washed his hands, why was he washing his hands? Because he had just killed 4 people for the Japanese mafia, right? That's the kind of thing that maybe we should be looking into doing, right? Before he washed his hands, before he filled up the sink. Let's focus on that.
Let's get back to that sink, though, for a second, because I think it was implied. It was implied there was water in the sink, but it was never made clear.
Yeah, okay.
Our mind had to do all that extra work to fill that in.
He turned on the water, and you saw him scoop in the sink and put water on his face after he washed the blood from his hands.
And yet we saw no stopper in the sink. It was magic holding the water in the bowl? Was it magic?
Was there magic? Was it magic?
I think we're to believe that it filled up a normal way, like a normal sink does. No need to show anything.
This really feels like a missing puzzle piece.
Yeah, it does. God. It's like that one. It's like that itching at the back of your brain where it's like, there's just that one missing part that you really want to slot in there, but you can't.
Yeah, like was it or wasn't it? And we'll just kind of never know.
Is there a director's commentary maybe where he explains that because of the budgetary reasons he wasn't able to get a stopper?
Commentary. There's a director's commentary. We cut to after
that. We cut to after the director's commentary plays. Yeah, he didn't seem to mention the sink at all. There's no commentary about the sink. He wasted all of his time talking about the blood on his hands and the mafia stuff. It's like, okay, we saw that. We didn't see a stopper.
No, we did not. We did not. I would also like to just point out that we were listening to the director's commentary in Japanese, and you made me put on the subtitles because you couldn't understand him. I'm also just a little distressed about that.
We cut to 1 year in the future. Well, I've obtained the sink prop that they used in the movie, and I've spent some time analyzing it.
Finally, it's here.
It's finally here. Now, it's not clear from looking at this if the stopper was used or if it wasn't, but now we've got it.
Okay, so let's try filling it up without a stopper.
We've been spending all of our time on this, guys. There's clearly a stopper in it. That's just how sinks work. Can we move on? We've done no crime, no fashion, nothing. This is all we've been working on.
I really think this is an important piece of the puzzle. I'm not going to be happy doing crimes until I figure this out.
I knew I should have gone with the tongs. I knew it. I thought it before I went to the Yakuza at all. I'm like, Chinese mafia. That's the way to go. But no, I had to go Japanese. Damn it.
Bigger than I thought it'd be. Classic porcelain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really held up to the years, too.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get this thing hooked up and see what we discover.
We cut to a university class on Japanese cinema. So that was a scene from, of course, the famous Japanese gangster film of that we've just watched there. And as you can see, no time at all was spent on focusing on that sink. We moved right past the sink. But in moving past the sink, where did your mind go? To the sink.
100%.
Without
the camera
showing
moved past it.
Yep. The sink is on your mind. The sink was on your mind for the entire rest of the film. You could barely pay attention to the plot because you're thinking of that sink the whole time. So why do you think the director made a choice like this? What do you think the director was trying to say by purposely not showing us the sink? Yes, you.
Hostage situation. I think Big Sink might have got to him.
Exactly. And that's why you are lucky you're taking my class, Oliver Stone's History of Japanese Cinema, because I'm going to show you the Japanese cinema that nobody else talks about.
Oh, Oliver, I'm just so glad that you're teaching this class and that I, Kevin Costner, and my friend here, Joe Pesci, could learn so much about this important subject.
Hold on. What, am I some sort of joke to you? You can't even remember my name expeditiously? You take a big pause before you say Joe Pesci?
That's called acting, Joe. That's what I do.
He does pause a lot, Costner. He does pause a lot.
Dramatic.
All right, fine.
Acting.
You guys want to shoot a movie about JFK?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually. We cut to Joe Pesci on the set playing JFK. So,
all right, Joe. Yeah, so in this scene, you're going to be shot in the head, all right?
What?
So we just need you to
No, there's no way I'd let a guy get a jump on me like that. I'd be there, I'd pump in a bullet right in his back, bam, bam, before he even knows what's going on.
Okay, yes, Joe, yes.
I'd beat this motherfucker to death. He comes at me with a gun like that.
He's all the way up in a building.
Well, then I leap up the side of the building, I yank him out, and I strangle him to death in front of his family.
Look, Joe, famously, John F. Kennedy gets shot in the head. All right? I mean, we need that for the film. It's the most important part of the film.
Oliver, here are the lifts you requested to help Mr. Pesci look taller.
Thank you. Look, Joe.
They're a little smaller than the normal lifts I would use.
I need you to get shot in the head, okay, Joe? We really need this to... We really need you to sell this, okay?
I would never let this happen. Everybody on this crew knows, in real life, I would never let this happen to me.
Okay, all right. Would you rather be the guy who shoots JFK? We can do that.
Of course I would, yeah.
All right, okay.
You know, I once had Bobby De Niro in a headlock so strong, his eyeballs popped right out of his fucking sockets. You understand that?
You tell that story a lot, Mr. Pesci.
All right, fine. We're changing, everybody. We're changing. Pesci's now the shooter.
We cut to
Sean Connery will play JFK.
We cut to the book depository. We cut to the book depository. Oh, what the hell is this?
It's a rifle.
You think I'm going to shoot JFK from far away like some sort of pussy with a rifle?
That's what happened.
No way, buddy. I'm right there at his face. And I say, hey, JFK, you want to make me look like a little man? Bam, bam. 2 right in the chest, broad daylight. Then I start kicking the corpse. And somebody has to come pull me off him.
We cut to the famous trial scene in JFK. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you are asking us to believe that a short man ran right up to JFK, shot him 3 times in the chest, pulled him out of the car, started kicking him repeatedly. And then the foot, in midair, mind you, changed direction and started kicking him in the back of the head? No, ladies and gentlemen, no. There had to be a second short Italian man.
We cut to Kevin Costner meeting Joe Pesci in a darkened parking garage.
Joe, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah. I heard you there in that courtroom. You saying I couldn't kick a man in the back and the front at the same time? You think I need help kicking a man to death?
What? Are you talking about the script, Joe?
You think I need help kicking a man to death? Costner? Huh?
No, I don't. You're an actor. Have you ever even kicked a man to death?
I've kicked hundreds of individuals to death. All right? I want you to go back out there on that set. I want you to retake that take, and I want you to tell them the truth about what happened. I acted alone when I kicked that guy to death.
I can't tell the truth. Pesci, you know what'll happen if I tell the truth. We're actors. We read our lines. We don't deal in truth.
All right, you know what?
We cut to the Supreme Court of the United States. Okay, so Mr. Pesci, for the final time, this is your final time to recant your statement. You are pleading guilty to killing John F. Kennedy, the former president of the United States.
That's right.
Even though we've many times suggested that, you know, you're just an actor, you're just acting, it wasn't real, but you kept insisting that no, you really did it. You will be arrested. This is treason. You're for assassinating a president. You'll be executed for this, Mr. Pesci. Please, for the love of God, for the final time, we will ask you, and please think about it before you answer. Did you kill John F. Kennedy?
That man wronged me. That man wronged me.
Oh, for God's
and he
sake.
had to be taken care of. I had to do it publicly where everybody in the neighborhood could see it. Now, sure, some people will argue it was impossible for me to have done it due to the fact that I wasn't there and that I had no association with it whatsoever.
You would have been a child when this happened.
I would like to introduce evidence, startling new evidence, a Blu-ray edition of Oliver Stone's JFK with some deleted scenes where I was working on the picture for a short time. And you can see it's all right there. Me threatening Kennedy, me kicking Kennedy as hard as I possibly could until people pulled me off him.
Kennedy. That was an actor that was playing John F. Kennedy.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but that man certainly died. So...
Yes, well, you've already been charged for the death of that man. But this is John F. Kennedy's assassination. You are honestly pleading guilty for this.
100%.
I have no choice, though, than to sentence you to death, Mr. Pesci. The charge is treason for the assassination of an American president. May God have mercy on your soul.
We cut to death row.
Wow. JFK, huh?
Yeah, that was me that killed him. That was me. I guess during my time here in prison, I've come to realize a few things. One, that I'm a very short man.
Yeah, we noticed that when you came in.
Yeah, they took my platforms away, a real kind of hit to the ego. And number two, I was only acting. All those times I acted like a tough guy. Turns out, and this is as big a news to me as it probably will be to you, they had everything written down in advance about what I was to do, what I was to say, the way other people were to react to me.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
you didn't really get those kids off in that lawyer movie you did?
No, that was all. It's so funny because I didn't think I was a lawyer, but then they had me do this picture, and I thought, I must be.
Explains why you got in here.
So, yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have defended yourself in court then, huh?
I was on a roll, right? I just got those two kids off. And I was hooking up with Marissa Tomei at the time, may I add.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah. That's good. You guys actually had sex, you two?
Well, I thought we did, but just off camera.
We cut to a movie studio. And so basically we've rebooted every property that there is. We're kind of running out of ideas here, gents. There's one film that we haven't made a sequel to. There's one film that we haven't rebooted. I don't know if it's possible to do it. It's so iconic. It's really untouchable. You know, you talk about the great films of history. I'm talking, of course, about My Cousin Vinny. Now, we'd like to get the original star for it back, but unfortunately, Mr. Pesci was sentenced to death for the killing of JFK. I don't know if there's anyone that could fill his tiny shoes.
What if, the judge was one of the Munsters, right? Maybe he could be a bigger part of this second picture. Is he still alive?
I'm pretty sure he's dead. As Fred Gwynn, I'm sure he's dead as well. Yeah.
He's dead. And unfortunately for us, he was not buried in a pet cemetery.
No, we checked.
He's dead.
Is his corpse still intact enough to be buried in a pet cemetery now?
I wouldn't think so.
Pesci's probably would be, huh?
Yeah.
And theoretically, Pesci would come back very reasonable after being buried in a pet cemetery, since he was so irrational and crazy in real life.
Right.
Hey guys, I just had a thought. Let's just remake Pet Sematary.
Hey.
Now we're thinking. See what John Lithgow's doing.
All right, we're driving out of here. Let's get back to our base.
All right. They remade it, but they spent too much time focusing on a sink.
Yeah.
Or not enough, depending on how you come down on that issue.
Right.
Japanese sink cinema. It's an underappreciated genre of film.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you to Oliver Stone for allowing us to watch 30 seconds of this movie.
Yeah.
Thank you to our sponsor, Spaghetti Hat.
thank you very much. Yeah, Spaghetti Hat, where all fine portable spaghetti products are sold.
Yep.
You can look forward to that in the stores near you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on goodimprov.com. Again, those are valued at $250,000 each.
Yeah. Yeah. So congratulations to those lucky subscribers that got in there and won the opportunity to have the chance to enter the contest to potentially get into the draw to win a chance to get a spaghetti hat.
Yes.
Yes. By buying it.
Yes. With money.
Cool. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck
to all our viewers. We're going to lock subscriptions now, as we promised we would. So if you haven't subscribed by now, you're going to have to wait till the next video.
That's right. That's right. And good night to everyone, and good night to Oliver Stone, wherever he is. The first 30 seconds of your film were not bad.
Really love the sync stuff.
I can only assume the rest would continue on in that vein, and the film would be all right.
Okay.
Let's kill the camera.
Kill those cameras, yeah.